Now, today, can you believe this, marks 100 days until Christmas. But if you think you still have all the time in the world to buy your presents, think again.
Yeah, toy shops across the country are warning customers that there could be a limited choice of toys on the shelves this Christmas. We can go live now to the Chief Commercial Officer of the toy store chain The Entertainer, Jeff Sheffield, to find out what is happening. Morning, Jeff. Good to see you.
Jeff.
Thank you for joining us today. So what's happening? Why is this happening?
Good morning, guys, and congratulations on your awards. The reason why it's happening is if we go back to the pandemic and the demand on equipment and containers in Asia for the PPE equipment, the governments all over the world had huge demand on that in the early part of the year, and since then we've never been able to sort of replace those number of containers, so there's been a shortage. Combine that with lockdowns in ports because of COVID outbreaks, lockdowns in factories and manufacturing regions because of COVID, and then, the demand not subsiding since lockdown. The consumer demands continue to be high within the toy industry, and as a result, the demand on those spaces on ships has not subsided, and therefore we're seeing, delays and ever-increasing costs on getting goods on the water to the UK in good time.
So, Jeff, I mean, the supply's there. It's just getting your hands on them so we can get our hands on them.
Absolutely, Holly. The manufacturers have produced it. We want to get it onto a boat. We just simply don't have the space to do so. And, we've been looking at this since January. Christmas may be 100 days away, but for us, it's all year round. So we've been looking and tracking this all the way through. And, the reason why we're talking to you today is to make sure that our customers at The Entertainer, who we love and have been welcoming back since stores reopened, understand that plan early. And if you see it, buy it, because, the reality is, we're running out of days to get things onto the water and in time to the UK.
You wonder whether this is going to extend to other things as well, because,
yeah.
I mean, when would I ever have seen the cost of a shipping container? But I saw it this morning, that in early 2020, the cost of a shipping container was £1,095. Now it's £13,000.
My God.
So we are talking, I'm assuming, not just in-store, but also online as well.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, this isn't just a toy industry issue. This is anyone sourcing from Asia. But the reality is with toys, because of the cost of those goods, when you get such extreme increases in the cost of shipping them, that has a detrimental effect on the cost of those goods and the prices that you can get for them. So, this is affecting both bricks and mortar retail as well as online. We have the toyshop.com and our own stores, and on both channels we will have the same challenges if the goods aren't here and we can't get them. And the other challenge we've got now also, because of a mixture of Brexit and the pandemic, is the shortage of HGV drivers and warehouse operatives to actually then push the goods that do land out to the stores so the consumers can get them.
So this is, I mean, as you're talking, I'm kind of breaking out into a cold sweat here. I'm a parent of 3 kids. Christmas is 100 days away. I mean, is it good to buy now? Are we just going to bring the panic further if we all suddenly go out and panic buy all these toys? And what should we be buying? What are the big toys that we need to get?
So listen, Holly, we're not being alarmist. The toys aren't going to be empty come Christmas. But if you want to get those particular things on the list, my advice definitely is to get out early. The sort of things that you would expect to be popular have been popular year, things like Barbie, LOL. Then if you look at some of the movie content recently, we've got the Paw Patrol movie that's doing really well, and Paw Patrol's done really fantastically well. Bluey's another preschool line. I'm sure a lot of your audience will recognise Bluey. There's some over behind me on the shelf there. That's been in huge demand. Among Us, which, I've got one of these here. Some of your viewers will recognise these characters. This was the most downloaded game at the start of the year in Lockdown 1, and that product's been coming through and the demand's been incredible. So if any of those are on your list, and there's plenty of others, then my advice is definitely go out and buy it now, buy early.
What about British manufacturers? Because you say you've never seen anything like this before. We were talking about the cost of a container then coming from Asia. Who are the big toy manufacturers in the UK? If we're buying local, who should we buy?
Well, unfortunately, Phil, there's not a huge option there. The reality is most of the manufacturing, regardless of where the supplier themselves are based, is coming out of Asia. And it's different parts of Asia, it's not just China, but you are limited on options of UK manufactured product. There's a few, but not many. So the reality is this is going to impact everybody. So yeah, unfortunately, there isn't a magic wand to sort of magic up product on a domestic level that would meet that demand, unfortunately.
OK.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
for letting us know. It's good to be forewarned, that's for sure. Thanks.
Listen, don't panic. Santa's still coming this Christmas. He might just have a slightly different list to the ones that you've put out. But,
Fair enough,
yeah.
fair enough. Thank you.
See it, buy it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.